After you finish the first three quadrants, you will be brought to the remaining quadrant, Program Materials. Here you will see a list of all the programs you've applied to. Each campus will have its own blue bar here. Then you will click on each program to see what other steps might need to be done. Once inside the tab, you will see this Home tab, which has a synopsis of the program you applied to, and then the Questions tab. On this Questions tab, you'll scroll down, read and select the acknowledgement if you so choose. Read the release of contact information, and you must select these ones with the red asterisks. And then for applicant level, you will indicate if you are a first-year student or first-time freshman coming out of high school, transfer students, or international students, whether they are freshmen or transfer. They will both select this option if you indicated that you will need an F1 or a J1 visa. Based on which option you select, the things that develop below that will be different. So for our first-year freshman students, you will have two acknowledgements. One indicating that you have checked all of your coursework, included your 12th grade coursework as in progress and planned, assigned to APG areas, making sure you know that your entire academic history is accurate. The second one is specifically about your math and foreign language coursework, clarifying that if you started your progression from math or foreign language in middle school, that you have entered those courses on the high school coursework page and labeled them to the appropriate A through G area. We do want you to enter in that middle school coursework, not just rely on the validation built into the application. So that's the purpose of this acknowledgement. Next, we have a housing inquiry. This is not going to commit you to anything one way or the other, simply to kind of gauge interest and get some information. Next, we have the campus check. Now that we have merged with Cal Maritime to form the Cal Poly Maritime Academy at the Solano campus, we want to make sure you are very careful that you selected the correct campus, whether you're wanting to come to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo or to the Solano campus. So this is making sure that you pause and double check your program selections, that they are to the correct campus that you were intending them. The last one is a question about delayed start. Again, this is just to gauge interest. This is not committing you to a different start date. This is not permitting you to have a gap year or a deferral. This is just a way for us to get to know what that interest level might be when we get to the point where we implement our year-round operations. But answering this one way or the other is not committing you to anything on a formal basis. It's also not going to impact your chance of being admitted one way or the other, completely separate from our admissions process. Then, if we go back up, change our answer to indicate that we are a freshman student, different things develop below. So here is where the questions live for our transfer students in regards to their extracurricular activities and work experience. So we're going to ask your average number of hours worked per week over the previous 3 years, and you will select the most appropriate bracket of time. And then if 25% or more of your work experience is related to the program you're applying to here at Cal Poly, simple yes or no. Same basic question for the extracurriculars, asking your average number of hours, and you're selecting a bracket of time. And then we're asking if you ever held a leadership role in any of those extracurriculars. So if over the past 3 years you were ever once, team captain, club president, etc., you're saying yes or no. There's no additional space to give that informational details about what sport you played or what club you were in. It's just those 4 questions. And then there's an acknowledgement that you have read over the selection criteria for your program. They do live on our website under the transfer selection criteria, different required courses for each program. We want to make sure you're aware of this. Same housing inquiry, campus check, and delayed start will develop as well. Again, no commitment or impact to admissions by these 3 questions. Going back up again, if we change our answer to international, the international students, whether they're freshmen or transfer, will answer those extracurricular and work experience questions here. Housing, campus check, delayed start. So you're going to see different things based on how you identify yourself with this applicant level question. Once you've answered all of the questions on this page, you will have the choice to click Save and Continue. And then you have completed the requirements for this campus. You may need to click through to your other programs from other campuses to see if they have additional questions. Each campus can put their own questions and custom information here in their questions tab. So it's going to be different for each campus you apply to. So you'll want to go through those, and it'll prevent you from being able to submit if you haven't answered all those questions. So if you're seeing that your circle here is not complete yet, that means that one of your programs has an outstanding question you have yet to answer or an acknowledgement you have yet to click. If you have any additional questions about what you're seeing in the program materials quadrant, feel free to reach out to our campus directly. We're happy to assist you.